Hello, so I'm just going to channel whatever comes through. My intention is to just bring love and comfort in the process of ascension. I know it can be very uncomfortable, so we all need each other at times to help guide each other through this ascension process. So I have no set agenda here. We'll just kind of let it flow. I'm in a very extreme flow state right now. You may start noticing that you're instantly manifesting. Don't be afraid of your power. And that's why everyone hears that before it actually happens to them, to prepare them. So any experience that Spirit puts you through, the Most High will only put you through what you're ready for, okay? They only download things in your mind that you're ready for. So no matter how uncomfortable it is, just keep breathing deep in through your nose into every cell of your body and fill it with pure, white, loving light. And then exhale out of your mouth all of the fear. And keep it that simple. Love in through the nose, fear out the mouth. And really feel your every cell in your body expand and contract. And that'll help you just kind of process these energies and integrate them, okay? So I'm curious what Spirit wanted me to get on here for. It says you got the love. Hadarian energy, codependency, boundaries. Yeah, wow. Of course, this is what I'm supposed to talk about. I was kind of hoping, I don't know why, but it wouldn't be what I'm going through right now. But of course, God teaches through experience in the present now. So I'm getting that one of the main lessons that you came here to learn is boundaries, because you are such a loving, healing being, and you're just now becoming aware of all your gifts, the energy that you actually possess, and your purpose and mission on this earth. And that doesn't have to be some big mission. I'm just talking that you're understanding now how heavy your energy is on this earth and how much weight you actually do carry within your own reality, you know. And every person, every single human on this earth has this capability. It's our nature. So it's just about timing, divine timing, who's ready for this awakening. So we don't push or force anything, but if you are here on this path with me right now, where you're in the flow state and you're realizing that everything outside of you is literally a manifestation that's within your mind, and God may have had to show you this in a very intense, extreme way in presence, in the now, so that you could really grasp this truth, right? Without all the extra words and the theories and what it means. And God just had to show you that direct experience, and now we're integrating and learning to flow, and now understanding why we were planted here as star seeds, right? And that we're all equal, we're all one huge vibration, okay? Everything, the light, the dark, it's all one. But that's where everything, we are on the earth plane, there's light and dark contradictions. So you are a very expansive soul and you're ascending, so it's very important that in this process you keep your boundaries, because the physical world is like lagging, right? With I don't know how to explain this. I'm gonna just keep going because I just got a little lost there. So I think the main point of me just getting lost there is God doesn't need us to analyze all of this right now, okay? Because that's a thing, and I'm sure you've been through other initiations and awakenings before this one, or this could be your first one, or this might be the activation for you, and it's to prepare you, okay? You could be in any situation, but the energy is going to be the same, and it will manifest differently for every person involved, because you have your own mind, your own experiences, your own soul, your own past lives, future selves, present self, right? And the people involved, and karma, and we all have different lessons, so it's very unique to you, but the energy will be the same. And Spirit wants you to know to not fear it, because many legends before you have went through this, and many after you're going to. So just know you're in a process, and you are always being guided by the Most High, loving light. And this says Hireth, longing for home, homesick for the stars. Yeah, so in this process, you're going to start feeling your authentic true self, and it'll be so apparent in that direct experience. It's like a sober psychedelic experience. There's DMT within throughout all of our cells, so whenever you're ready for these downloads, Spirit will give it to you, so don't fear them. And Spirit wants to acknowledge that this is a real thing that you're feeling. There are other dimensions that you've lived and are living now. So right now you are, and I just learned this today a lot about like quantum leaping, or jumping. I don't feel the need to get into all the theories and stuff, but it's really just about you realizing your essence, and acknowledging where you are. I'm getting that you're just seeing the bigger perspective, right? And this is a really hard energy for me to channel, because I've been going through it the last 2 days. This same experience happened to me 3 or 4 years ago, right after Lionsgate Portal, and it's swinging back around, but I'm seeing it in a whole different light. So that's how it's beautiful. Like, I want you to know that even though this may feel really intense, especially if this is your first one, Spirit will never give you more than you're ready for. So Spirit gave me this experience like 3-4 years ago, and then I have had all these lessons now in those years since then to integrate and learn, and now it's coming back full circle, and now I can see the truth of it. So right now, because every time I try to go into explaining what this is, with like science or physics, it's like that's not really, maybe for you, yeah, that might help for you to go look up quantum jumping or things like that, but the main thing is the energy, the soul essence of the experience, and knowing that you're guided, protected, and all is well. Okay, we have star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission activation. Yeah, while you're going through this process, no matter what the outside world looks like, because as you're diving into your shadow right now and seeing it manifest in the reality around you, and seeing how powerful your mind really is, don't be afraid of that. It's just God is giving you a small experience, and then you will he will give you time for your nervous system to integrate and come back to balance. Okay, so just keep doing the breath work and just allowing, okay? Because it's only in the discomfort that we grow. Like, if you look up the whole cycle of our earth and the sun, we actually start really far apart. When you think about back in the medieval days, things were way more dark than now, and we're getting closer and closer to the sun, right? And that's more pressure, more heat. So you might be feeling that within your body. Maybe you're sweating more, intense emotions. Don't be afraid of this. Your body was literally made for this ascension. So that's the main thing, is to just allow this and not fear it. That is your only job right now, okay? You don't need to intellectualize it. And any thoughts that come, maybe you might get a whole download or a whole theory in your head about the whole world and stuff. Don't even take those for the ultimate truth. that could be a past life self, part of you, because that's what happened to me. And I didn't realize that the first time it happened to me. Okay, and that's what's beautiful about this process. You'll get clues throughout time, and you'll be able to bring it all together in the divine timing when your mind is ready to integrate. So, yeah. But anyway, so this time around, I realized that it was a past life self coming into the now moment through energy, and it manifested into my reality. And somehow was guided by this inner, like knowing God within, to just let all these theories and about the whole world and everyone around me and how it's affecting it to just come and go. Because we're just human. Our job is not to figure everything out, right? So it's just really important for you to allow yourself to feel how you feel. But when you're realizing, if you ever noticed unconscious projection coming back at you, and right when I said the unconscious, I saw 1111. So if you do notice unconscious projection coming back at you and negativity, and you start realizing people responding to you, you know, to your thoughts more than usual, you know, you're realizing your field of influence more, just go into non-judgment. That is what's going to help calm everything down. And right now it's going to be really important to try to stay in hermit mode, okay? No matter what your logic's telling you, God wouldn't put you through this experience if there wasn't a space for you to integrate and experience it. So no matter what you feel like you're obligated to, no is a complete sentence right now. Okay, right now you need to be focusing on love and boundaries. So anytime you feel fear right now, like intense fear or like dark thoughts, that's when you need to start compartmentalizing within yourself. Like acknowledge, okay, I'm having a really negative thought, and maybe that even manifests into your outer reality, your external world, right? That's okay. Coming back into non-judgment and love, okay? And allow any thoughts that come to come, and then let them go, okay? And just keep praying, God, help me stay in non-judgment and love. And as long as you do that, it'll go a lot more smoothly. Because at first, I didn't know what was going on, and my shadow started projecting back at me pretty intensely, and I had to learn through that experience. So have grace with yourself, forgive yourself if you don't handle it perfectly when it happens. But I just had to realize, it's because I'm being judgmental. This is a part of myself. God is just showing me what I've been doing to myself within. And, you know, now you're seeing that's in your external reality. And then you start realizing all these people that you attracted in your past were a part of you truly. And now it's okay to let go of them and create boundaries. And I heard this download, and like, it's okay to let go of the parts of you that are dying off, okay? That sometimes you have to let certain connections go. And I really didn't want that message right before this reading, actually, because I was getting into a very high vibrational state after all this stress and the pressure. But pressure makes diamonds. Remember that when you're feeling like, if you do go through like what people say, you know, like a sober psychedelic experience, like where spirit is just showing you, rather than, because our brain gets so polluted with other people, our own self, our past selves, future selves, that sometimes the spirit just has to show us. So I keep losing my train of thought. It took a lot for me to get back to balance, and that's okay. Just know it's part of the process, and it's going to change you forever in the most beautiful way. 144 on the clock. That's crazy, because just seeing both those numbers on the timer, you know, that's like, it's in my periphery. And so that's another sign, like, you're just going to become more aware and sensitive to energies. So as you start noticing that you're more sensitive, don't see it as a bad thing, or that, oh, I'm getting weak, or I'm going to spiral down, or, you know, I'm going to have all these mental health issues, or no, this is a gift. It's going to feel uncomfortable at first, but it is a gift, because the more sensitive you become, the more you're going to be able to take in energetic information rather than up here all the time. You're going to be able to feel what's right for you. And it will God sometimes has to make us so sensitive that being just around certain people or environments will almost make you feel sick, just because he loves you so much. He's showing you what you truly want, helping you break out of your own limitations. The planet Saturn, you may be going through your Saturn return, or it may have just started. You may be in the middle of it or the end of it. It starts out when you're like 29, 30, ends about like 30, 31. And I just finished my Saturn return, and it was the hardest time of my life. But it's to teach you limitations that you put on yourself and over years in such a deep way, so that you can break out of that eventually. That's what Saturn's here for. All paths lead home. Yeah, it's like just a funny saying, don't take this too much to heart, you know, or any theories or words or thoughts. You know, we use these to try to help get the energy flowing, right? So sometimes on this channel I might introduce just ways to think about energy and stuff, but it's never a set, at least how I'm going to try to do this, like anything set. Everything's so much in flow, even like down to the cellular level. Things are always vibrating and moving. And forgive me, I'm gonna keep losing my train of thought, just because I literally just went through like the biggest awakening of my life. I think it was just easier to integrate this time. It was like bigger concept, bigger awakening, but since I've been through it before, I was able to handle it. If God would have hit me with this the first time, it would not have been good. My mind would not have been able to integrate it. So just don't ever get into that fear. Like, you are always guided. Okay? God has your heart and all your emotions in the perfect little safe jar, okay? Or one thing I heard was like wrapped in silk and locked away with lock and key. So just, if you need to do that, do those visualizations, know how held you are. All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. Yeah. So while God's showing you how your mind really does affect reality, do not pay too much mind to the outer, right? He's just showing you. And then after that, you'll realize the source of everything is within. So don't judge yourself, and don't compare your path to anyone else's. We're all just here to share the experience so that we know we're not alone, you know, together, right? We're all going through this wave together in this now present moment. And, you know, look up Carl Jung. If you're an empath, if you feel very deeply, you can feel other people's energies. Look up shadow projection, Carl Jung. That really helped me. Okay, really helped me understand my experience and made me feel more safe, knowing that even back in the day people were experiencing this and they were fine, right? And now we're more evolved as humans, right? And there's more information now and more souls that have went through this. So every soul that goes through this and puts out information, it makes it easier for the next. So let's just want to get messages from the Primordial grandmother. She appeared to me in a very sacred way that was so undeniable, and it's since then, like, I'm just so touched, and I just now know that these spirit guides really do exist, and they can come in and interact with us in this reality in a beautiful way that you will be ready for. Okay? That's the other thing. You need to make sure you set boundaries, because when I first had my first awakening, I was just I was just meditating all the time, doing yoga, and it triggered that awakening. I was just alone all the time, doing the shadow work, meditating, like I said, and it was just too much. So a lot of my first awakening was just literally repeatedly just saying to God, like for like 10 minutes straight, I'd be like, God, please help me receive this information with grace. Please give me time to integrate this. God, please, so that might be helpful for you. And when I had experienced that, I had no clue. I hadn't been on the internet yet like that. I didn't ever hear about anyone that had ever went through anything like this. So it was terrifying, honestly. But that's why it's so important I feel, for me to share this so that other people don't have to feel like that. Because now that I have the information, I'm literally blushing just thinking about how hard it was for me the first time, even though it was 3-4 years ago. I still get like overheated just thinking about how uncomfortable I was. So if you're feeling that, just know you're okay, and like I'm okay. And you, like, nowadays we have way more people that are going through this, so just know you are guided within and in the external too, because we're all, the frequencies raising. And that was crazy because when I looked up at the clock, it was 2112, and I saw that number the other day. This is some intense energy, but I'm feeling very grounded right now because I've just learned to not get too worked up in these awakenings, and realizing that the most important thing is to allow it and breathe and slow down and integrate, and never take any thought or feeling too seriously while we're going through these awakenings. We're just supposed to allow it because we're divinely guided. God has already left these traces, pathways of light for us, and we're just, coming back to source. So we have Mahina, the moon goddess of Hawaii, sends you blessings for your dreams. They will help support you and guide you. Understanding these dreams will bring you closer to your true self-knowledge and peace. Yeah, and that's what's so amazing. I didn't share this before, but I did tell you that since my first major awakening like 3-4 years ago, I got more downloads, information, experiences to help me prepare for this one. But one of the main things was I had a very vivid dream after that awakening that there's this like witchy woman, but she almost looked oh my gosh, this is crazy. No way, I lost it. Okay, if you know this, the transparent oracle, the woman on the image looked just like the woman in my dream. And when I was in a bookstore, the lady in there was actually recommended that deck to me, and I was like, whoa. I don't remember if I told her, but it looked just like the woman in the dream. And I kid you not, after I had that dream, I woke up and I wrote a whole thing, and like even went into my phone, which I've never done in my life, and like created two pictures, and one was like a mountain goat, and then I can't even remember, I don't even think I have that journal. And then I had never seen transparent cards, so you see these cards, they they play with each other, so you create the images, with them, but the images go together. I know I'm talking really weird today, but it's been a crazy day. Yeah, so the woman in my dream, she was basically, there's a whole village, and we were like in medieval times, and I don't get vivid dreams like this. I never have really in my life. It's very rare. And she was being arrested, and the whole village was watching her. I remember she was they were walking her into the jail, and the whole time I was just thinking, oh my God, please do not walk up to me. Please do not walk up to me. And she walked right up to me, looked me dead in the eyes, and handed me transparent cards like this with a mountain goat and something else I can't remember. And then, they carried her in. And so, in my whole childhood, whenever I would get the flu, I would always dream that people were chasing me with fire. And this was before when I was so young. Like, I had no clue about witch trials or burning witches at the stake or any of that. Like, this was me as just a pure child, like, having nightmares. And I was sick all the time as a kid. All the time. Like, literally. And most of my adult life until I took frog medicine, which is not psychoactive. It's just DNA detox, KAMBO combo. It's only the warrior's medicine. Like, it was scary. It's really painful. It's an intense detox. So it's not for the faint of heart, or like if you have any health issues. I was hella brave for even doing that with all my health issues, and I got way more sick than anyone else at the retreat, like way more sick than them. I've also been an addict too, so I had to purge a lot of stuff. But if you feel called, if that just triggered something in you, that could be your calling, because that just changed my life. Like, I don't get sick anymore. Like, rarely ever. And if I do, I'm barely sick. I used to get so sick, it was just insane. I couldn't even function, hardly. But yeah, so we have Ellen. It can be challenging to decide which way to turn, but this Paleolithic goddess will help you choose what is right for you at this time. Ask for help and you will know what is best. Yeah, this time, I just watched a video right before this too, that Saturn just is in Pisces retrograde, or yeah, Saturn just went into Pisces. So that's a huge planetary shift. So it used to be in a different sign. I think it was Capricorn. So a lot of us are going to feel that shift. Saturn is the planet of structure, time, restrictions, limitations, like work, responsibilities, right? And so we're all going to be starting to feel more of a flow state. Oh my goodness. So through this time, this intense energy that you're going through, don't worry so much about, because maybe a lot of your life you're like the go-getter, having to get things done. Right now you're being asked to flow and check in with your intuition, with your guides. They're going to guide you. Okay, you can, at this time, you've broken through. I feel like before, maybe if you were working with cards and stuff, you might have got a lot of contradictions and like unclear messages, and that was because God wanted you to find the GPS within, you know, like get in touch with your own intuition and not be so dependent. But now that you've crossed this threshold, it's like an initiation, so you can trust more clear messages to come through. So you're going to start getting more clear messages. The Greek goddess Vesta now blesses your home. Whatever your home needs can now be yours. You are blessed with a welcoming home, filled with loving companionship. May there be peace within your house. That's beautiful. So if any of you have been feeling anxious about your home life, because I know anytime I went through awakenings, I have 2 kids, and it just really unsettles me because, you know, we all want to make sure we're stable and grounded for our kids, right? So take time to yourself. Know that it's okay to go through a whole, you know, you won't hardly see anyone else going through this. It's very rare, but it's natural. It's part of our evolution. And just know that you'll be fine. Your home is blessed. To live as a poet, to be the spell maker and dream shaper, you must drink fiercely from the Welsh goddess Ceridwen's cauldron of transformation. Be blessed by her initiation and know you are a being of creativity. Yeah, I just said, yeah, you just went through this initiation. So that was confirmation that you're going to get more clear messages from the spirit world because you're initiated. They understand that when you were left to your own devices, alone, you know, just felt like you were just walking in the fog for years maybe, and you still were always trying to do what's best, what's right. You know, you held it down. You stayed grounded enough to like integrate, right? And even if sometimes you're not, you still, you know, you can sway back and forth. It's fine. It's just you're fine. There's no worries. All is good. Just want to pull one tarot card, kind of see where your energy's at right now. We got Polar Bear, Seeker of Shells, and Albatross, Eight of Feathers. Seeker of Shells. But what I'm getting though with the Eight of Feathers is Eight of Swords. You are going through this so that you can, it might feel like you're like trapped in this, your own mind right now, but it's because Spirit's seeing that you're playing small when this is actually who you are. So the only thing that's keeping you trapped right here is just the fact that you're not just letting go, and just Spirit's asking you to just let whatever thoughts come and go right now is the main thing, so that you don't get trapped in your mind. Because when we go through these intense experiences, it's more about creating like plasticity in our brain and our bodies and our spirit, right? We're just, it's like if you were to soak in water, you know, and your skin gets pruned, it's just like that way Spirit can like cleanse you, clear, purge, and then bring in new information. It's a process. It's a literal, it could even go down to science, and it is. If you like look up corona, something corona, I don't know, but and then like Google corona and then the sun and the earth, I don't know, it'll pop up. Polar Bear, Seeker of Shells. I want to see what that one is. It is, oh, the Knight of Cups. Yeah, so they're asking you to just be curious. Yeah. Gathering wisdom from ice and snow, clouds, and wind. The great white bear attunes seamlessly with the natural world. Spirit helper, intuitive dream guide, Polar Bear offers endurance, astute observation, and steady passage as we explore the far reaches of inner realms. That's everything I was just talking about. Beautiful. Yeah, you're being so held. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear. Fear is literally an illusion. It's a human-made illusion. It's crazy. I didn't realize that with my first awakening, but like the second one, it's like, yeah. Fear really isn't, it's not even real. It's just in our mind, and then it manifests. So that's what we're learning collectively. So just stay curious, just observe yourself, and be compassionate. And don't get stuck in any thoughts or theories that come in your mind, because that could be something from the past life merging with you now, trying to help you release like the shackles from past lives that are still creating negative experiences in this life. Like me, dreaming about getting burned literally my whole childhood, and not even knowing why, and just fearing the dreams and having fevers. Like, this stuff is real. That's how I know like past lives and stuff are real, because of my direct experience. So while you're going through these direct experiences, don't fear them. I know the majority of the population, I just looked at the clock at 3333. Just because the rest of the world isn't going through that, it's just they're here to hold space, right, for us. And at a different time, they're going to be the ones, you know, experiencing this, and someone else will be holding space for them, right? We don't judge people for being unconscious, because you were unconscious until you had awakening, and even that awakening, you don't even realize that to other people that have had, you know, several awakenings, you know, maybe 10, and they're like 50, to them you look unconscious, right? And you might be unconsciously reacting to their, you know what I mean? So it's just, as long as we don't get stuck in the mind, this will heal and cleanse and purge and help bring us clarity, and it can all come back to love and understanding that we all are one, and it's just about different timing. You have Ace of Feathers, yeah, Ace of Swords, clarity. Beautiful. You see that feather, the white feather? That's what's going to come out of this darkness, because I'm just seeing all these helms. Maybe you're just feeling like the environment around you is hostile. It's not. This feather, this white feather light of clarity, peace, and love is going to come through. And it's going to come through your intuition, your feelings. And 10 of Pentacles. Look at that cute picture. And you are going to come back so much more grounded. And that's what it seems like it's doing the opposite to you while you're going through these things. But that's what's crazy. After my awakenings, and that's why I didn't freak out this time either, and I was able to handle this, is like, I know after I get stirred up like this from spirit so deeply, it's an honor, because afterwards you are way more grounded. You start understanding yourself on a way deeper level. So just let these moments of intensity come and go and flow with them, and know that it's gonna bring about way more stability after. It's just coming up to purge all the things that have been eating you alive that you haven't been able to see. So God had to really shake you up. Right? And you're gonna be okay, I promise. If I made it through, anyone can. Trust me. I have been through so much. Like, oh my goodness. And I know you have to. If you're drawn to my energy, my channel. Let's see what angel is with you now. Guiding, the main one that's with you right now. And know this is real. I can tell you from direct experiences. Alright, let's see. Oh my goodness, I got this earlier today when I was going through the thick of it. I'm telling you, literally earlier today, was that today? It was yesterday, and then it bled in today, so things are gonna blur, time will blur. The first time I went through this, the time blurred way more. Like, oh my god, that was the main lesson, was time. This time was boundaries. That's funny, Saturn. My Saturn return started 3 years ago, and now, that's crazy, that just hit me, see? Saturn may be teaching you right now too. So Serial, he is all about guiding us from the darkness, and he's literally here to, like, on the card tells you, like, to not fear, because he's walking with you, and many others have already went through this, and God is with you, guiding you every single moment. He's omnipresent. We have Serial. Let's see. I just want to see the key. Maybe not. Oh. No? Oh, here it is. It's right in my face. No, that's not the book. Okay, I guess we don't need to read that. But yeah, he's guiding you. Just remember, you always have that source within. You can always breathe in the love. Yeah, you're going through a lot with the lightning. God is downloading a lot, but it's never more than you can take. The waters could feel really choppy right now, but this too shall pass. It'll make you way better. You're going to feel like a brand new person after this. Okay. I feel like we just need to ground, breathe in love in our nose. Let all the darkness and fear out that we no longer serves us. Okay? That's what this is. It's us purging what no longer serves us. Don't judge yourself or others. Sift. This is main character energy, because it's literally the main card that's on the deck. You're realizing you're the main character, like everyone is. Everyone's the main character of their own reality. It's not a competition here, you know? It's just everyone's at different phases of evolution, and we all just need to support and love each other through it. Let's see, 21. Yeah, restart. I was just saying, you're gonna feel so fresh after this. Sif speaks. If something is bothering you on your journey, take a break. Yeah. Put it to rest for now. You don't need to figure everything out right now. It took me 3 years to figure out the first one so that I could go through the second initiation, right? Only you know yourself. Only you know where you want to go. And I feel like that you might have just got anxiety on that. Even if you don't know, God knows, and God is within you. So there's a part of you that knows. You have the courage to change direction if needed. Collect yourself for a moment. Yeah, just breathe, take a bath. Okay, spend time alone right now. Talk to yourself as honestly as possible. Assimilate all learning and start over. Yeah, just start over. It doesn't, even if you feel ashamed about things that you saw or felt or said, just let it go. It's fine. Everything's fine. I assure you that every new beginning is filled with relief and hope. Yeah. I'm going to read the rest of this. Sif invites us to evaluate whether we are following the appropriate path. Yeah, that's why we have to get shaken up. Because I was falling off on the wrong path too. I was just... And now that I'm back and this just happened yesterday, it was like, I forgot that I even lost myself, you know? Because I fall into addictions and I relapsed. I had my huge awakening and I thought I would never drink again, and after I stayed sober like 2 years, and then like for the next year I battled and kept relapsing, and then here I am again, you know, and I'm back to my heart. So as uncomfortable as this was, it brought me back to here, so I'm grateful. She reassures us that everything is okay. This moment offers us a chance to reassess and adjust our course. Keeping this in mind will improve our ability to plan our next steps. Changing direction always brings a certain amount of nervousness, but Sif encourages us to face the unknown without fear, recognizing the enlightening potential with a fresh start, or that a fresh start brings. Yeah. Just know that after the storm, the rainbow will come, okay? You might see a rainbow soon. I did yesterday. A double rainbow. I just want one more. Oh, Artemis. Yeah, when I just saw this, I thought authority. You are the only one that has authority in your life, and that's what's gonna free us all. That's what all this is about. That's what it's all about. Freedom to be who we are. And who are we? We're light beings full of love and light, and we're creators like God. We want to create things, whatever that is. Doesn't matter how simple or complex it is. Artemis Hunt. I have come to teach you the true edition of Huntress Focus. The time has come to be relentless. Close your eyes and feel your body. The serenity, the senses sharpening. Yeah, rather than seeing this discomfort, try to look at it differently. Like, my senses